Hi, this is Theresa from Strega Apothecary. Today I want to talk to you about setting up a simple ancestor shrine and why it's important to honor the ancestors. It's really important to honor the ancestors because they're who gave us life. None of us would be here without our ancestors. So it's appropriate to honor their lives and be grateful for them. And it's really great to know some stories about our ancestors' lives and tell them because that keeps them alive, the retelling of their stories. Also, once we begin to have a deepening of our relationship to the ancestors, we can begin to work with them and we can begin to feel ways that they're involved in our lives or want to help us in our lives. We can ask them for help and protection, and especially if we're feeling things are really rough in our lives or we're in a crisis, the ancestors are great spiritual beings to call on for help. They're really big allies. So it's a really great relationship to form. And when we ask them for help, we like to make offerings as an exchange. So today I'm going to show you the simple ancestor altar I have set up for the Italian side of my family. This is a very simple, what I call a European ancestor shrine, because it's very much a tradition in the European countries, and also because my grandmother had shrines like this all over her house, and she was Italian. They looked almost exactly like this, so when I was growing up, I was surrounded by this kind of imagery, and I knew that the ancestors were always with us, and they were always honored in my grandmother's home. So this is a picture of my grandmother's family. This is my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather, and this is my grandmother as a baby and her brothers, so my great-uncles. So this is a really beautiful picture that was taken shortly after they arrived in New York, and they dressed up for it. So a lot of people have these kind of pictures from this era, and they're great altar pieces and a great way to honor one side of the family. So you don't need to worry about getting a picture of every ancestor from that side on your altar. Just a representation is good, but you know that it means the whole side is being represented here. This is a picture of my great-grandmother with a baby that she delivered, honoring her role as a midwife, which is important to me in my work that I do. So it's important for me to honor the role my great-grandmother had in life as a Strega. So that picture is on the shrine honoring that and everything that has meant for me in my life and the way that she is alive in my life. I like to give my Italian ancestors red wine as an offering because the Italians love red wine. And my ancestors always have made wine and continue to make wine. So that's a nice offering for this side of the family. Today I have given them some almonds as a food offering. I will leave these offerings here until I feel the spiritual essence has been taken and consumed by the ancestors. They don't come and actually drink the wine or eat the almonds. They extract the energetic essence out of it for their work on their side of the veil. When these feel like the energy has been taken, I will remove them and then leave other offerings at another time. I also like to have a candle on the shrines that I light as an offering to the ancestors. Candles are a really great offering because you're offering them light and heat, and it's just a beautiful way to remember them. Every time you walk by, you see the candle lit, you think of your ancestors. It's a great way to begin the interaction with your ancestors. This is a piece that was my great-grandmother's that someone gifted me. So I put that on the altar to represent her and her family. And then I have a little owl here that's an incense burner because owls are important in my relationship to my great-grandmother and that side of the family. I also have this miniature conche. This is a little replica of what the women would carry water from the well back to their homes on their heads in. So this is a little copper conche. that represents the Italian side of my family. So it's nice to come and talk to your ancestors at these shrines and tell them what's going on and ask them for any help you need or advice you need, and then expect that it will come in a dream or just in a knowing, or unexpectedly you'll get some information. There's so many ways to interact with the ancestors, but this is a great way to honor them in your home and interact with them. So stay tuned, we'll have many more videos coming, and visit us at stregatree.com.